Hello, and welcome to the Classically Urban Podcast. I am your mother's favorite side whore. Joining me today,
resident streamer Henry and Gryphos.
I'm George.
And this is Baby Ice Cube.
The fuck it is.
Just kidding. It's OG Philly G.
I was about to say, when did Baby Ice Cube get that sexy, sexy voice?
So sultry.
Mm.
Oh. Yeah, so, that
Busy
was an
week
awkward
that-
start. Yeah.
Busy week that we've had.
Ha! Yeah.
We had about 2 weeks of shit that we could catch up on, but I don't feel like it. Do y'all?
We released a podcast.
We had a
Yeah, we
shitty.
did.
We had a kind of shorter one, didn't we?
No,
It
we
was
did a
supposed
full
to be.
length.
We did a full
It was
length
supposed
one.
to be
Last week.
short, but it
Oh,
ended up
right.
being a long one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fuck.
I did have a customer that I told them they literally don't know how to drive.
Why?
Repair order. My brakes make a weird noise when I stop.
Is it
So
'cause they
I
slam on the
I drive the car, no noise. I hop in car with customer, which I didn't want to do because there's no issue. We're coming up to a stop sign at like 20 miles an hour, and right before we get to the stop sign, they stomp the brake pedal.
Jesus Christ. So the noise is their tires squealing.
Basically, what was happening is the rotor was slipping on the pads. It was making like that noise. And I was like, sir, when it comes to brake noises, everything comes down to driving habits. You're braking too hard, in my opinion. Like, that's excessive. And then he's a fucking Purdue engineering student. And he's like, well, I don't think that's very excessive, because if I stop any slower, then I'm stopping too slow.
What? What? You have to come to a slow before you stop.
Apparently not in
Purdue.
whichever Asian country he's from.
Oh, God. They don't have cars in Asian countries, Phil.
They have bumper cars.
Yeah.
Beep beep.
Jesus.
Look, everybody else.
They
I
all have
turned
that
up
little
now.
flag at the top.
What was those? It was these like really tiny, like colorful cars, like one-person cars. I saw like an
Motorcycles.
The IO.
No.
The
You know what I'm
Toyota
talking about?
IO.
Yeah. I saw a picture.
Brandon sent us the link on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh. It's a one-person car.
Yeah. Let me see if I can't bring.
Are they adorable?
It's a tricycle. You have two
It's-
wheels
it's-
up front and one wheel in back, and then the car like leans when you turn.
It looks like legit something out of like the Tron movie.
I feel like it would be powered by like probably a motorcycle engine or a lawnmower engine. If it's a lawnmower, that'd be hilarious. Well, gotta go warm up the car. Yanks the chain.
no, it gets one of those like.
Gotta go to the
little-
daily grind, honey. So Caleb,
Yeah, I can't find
how was life in the engineering world?
It's actually pretty cool. Fucking. As far as the whole job stuff goes, I've been doing.
the question.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Because you're an engineer for your job,
Fuck.
not an engineer for your leisure.
Holy moly, you're right. It's actually my profession in World of Warcraft actually is engineering. It's so I can make things like little repair bots and. All right, so in real life, I'm working with a lot more responsibility on like the whole factory floor stuff, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, it's kind of just to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to make testing jigs for all kinds of little.
Production is down 30%.
We have had an incredibly slow month.
Oh, I was
Actually,
joking, Jesus.
No, this entire summer, like Phil, he told me that with his job, it's been ridiculously slow lately. But we've just
Pep Boys is thriving.
Hmm.
of my 5
Do you think
operation lines,
it has something to do with the steel and aluminum tariffs set forth by
It
Donald Trump?
definitely has something to do with those overseas tariffs. We're a company based in Japan, so
Oh.
I mean, we
So is
also
Mitsubishi.
yeah, we're the headquarters in like North America, their factory in Noblesville. But like the fact that our headquarters is getting shafted by this whole tariff stuff makes it give us really long wait times on a lot of our orders, which is
Oh, that's shitty.
yeah, the 5 lines I'm in charge of, only like 2 of them is meeting over 50% capacity for the like next week, which is
That's
really
shit.
bad.
That's
yeah.
shit.
Horrifying.
My workers are like, yeah, we need stuff to do. I'm like, okay, well, I need help making testing jigs because I can look up all the components and stuff in data sheets, but I don't have time to be sitting there soldering with my thumb up my ass. So I just give the groundwork to the little peons, and you know they do stuff. They're not actually peons. They're actually really cool. I like my my job. They're cool.
You know, my coworker's wife works for you, right?
Which one?
And
No,
my-
don't say her name.
Yeah, I'm not. But my coworker listens to our podcast.
Well, I mean, they're all really
You just
cool.
referred to his wife as a peon.
I also talk about constantly purging like stupid people. So if you're really going to take offense to the fact that I
I'm
called some
not.
people,
He might.
I don't think that
Talk
anybody's
about
peons.
genocide. I don't give a fuck. Insult my wife, you motherfucker.
I don't think of
I'm
anybody as
gonna put
actual
my big toe
peons.
up your nose.
That's hot.
Yeah, you like that, don't
That,
you?
that makes me fully erect.
Wow. Anyway,
Like this.
how was electrician life, George?
This chub
I
won't go
hate
down.
my life.
Okay,
I'm
well,
playing.
good talk. How was
Jesus fuck.
Moving on.
How did that one test go that you were studying for really hard?
I passed by 1%.
My boy.
Yeah,
We don't
no.
fail twice.
Yeah.
Oh,
D's get degrees.
Yeah, my D is an 80.
D's for diploma.
That's the fucked up part. My D is an 80%.
I mean that's real life. You can't give lackluster work and get
Phil,
accept a pass.
I think your dog peed and is drinking it.
That looks like vomit. Doggy vomit.
Nice.
You
God
should-
damn it.
You
Your
should
dog
stop
is,
that.
is
She's
drinking urine.
just going at it.
Your dog's drinking urine.
That's vomit.
That's bleach.
That looks like urine.
It's just broth.
Spilled apple juice.
What
bet
is
that's-
it, Phil?
I bet it's gonna start smelling.
He said, I don't know.
River is just over there
A little
like.
sad when he said it too.
River's just over there like. This is kind of gross, Sophie. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, he lays down and watches you. Oh, man. The aliens are laughing at us right now.
Eh.
Look at these simple beings.
They probably think the dogs are in charge.
Yeah, or cats.
We let them out when they
Probably
want
cats.
out. Yeah.
If I was
Clean
an
up my
alien, I would
shit,
think
you
cats
hairless
are in
monkey.
charge.
And we decide to kill them when they have like minor injuries. So I mean.
Yeah. We can't allow our
It
gods.
is piss.
uh,
Told you.
You're right.
Vomit isn't straight liquid like that.
I
Not when it's a
mean-
dog, at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've had some straight.
There's
bile,
usually a strange chunk in there
Some
when it's a dog.
some straight bile vomits.
Or a what? Is that a bubble?
Blip. But yeah, It's-
The one-eyed man is back.
Is that code for a vagina?
No.
A
penis?
mangina?
No, the one-eyed guy in Greenwood Mall who I see every day.
Oh, you're talking about an actual man with
The,
one eye.
the creepy guy.
Does he wear an eye pouch?
Is he
No.
creepy because
Is
he
it a
has one
glass eye?
No, he's creepy because he's creepy.
Does he have a glass
He's
eye?
creepy because he had
one
two
eye.
eyes.
Quit being insensitive.
No, he's creepy because he just like walks around.
What happened to his
What
other
if he
eye?
lost
I
his
don't
eye
fucking know.
in Nam?
Fuck both of you,
Is it-
Jesus Christ!
I'm
He
curious
was a
about how he's a
POW
one-eyed
in
man.
Nam, and you're disrespecting.
Goddamn right. Fuck that war. I don't give a fuck because you want a Pabst Blue Ribbon with a VW. Screw
No,
you.
it's not the veterans' fault. It's the fucking government's for sending our troops in.
Government.
And then being like, hey, fuck those troops that went over there. Don't be mad at us, guys, please. Okay, fake spy. Like that was the Vietnam War.
We're fighting communism.
We
Fighting
started
villagers.
playing a game at work
Mm-hmm.
because we have a coworker who literally just we realized he doesn't do shit. So we started a timer because I have another worker who works right next to him. So anytime he's not at his desk or he's just wandering around, this timer is running. We're at work from 7:30 to 5. How much time do you guys guess the timer got up to today?
3 hours.
More.
No shit.
7:30.
5.
Let's split the difference. About 6.5 hours of him literally doing nothing.
Wow.
Sometimes, wasn't it super slow for you guys though?
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the times.
Is he a tech?
No, he's a parts person.
Oh.
He's literally just wandering around the lot doing nothing, or talking to people. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the times on the calendar in his manager's office and see how long it takes the boss to figure out what
they
these
mean.
times mean.
Is he a black guy?
No,
Okay. Because when I was
he's a
driving,
white guy that loves NASCAR.
when I was driving by that one time I told you in the box truck, and I drove by your job like 3 times. Every time I drove by, there was a black dude out there. I think he might have been a salesperson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's probably Andre.
Yeah. He was always with a customer, so it
Just
probably
work
was.
in the fields, man.
Andre's one of our good guys.
Every time I drove, the 3 times I drove by, it was the same dude. Almost in the same spot too, which
Why
kinda
do you
freaked
keep
me out.
driving by his place of work?
Oh, this was just one day.
Oh.
I drove by like 3 times because we were.
It's
doing something.
because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have the
yeah.
two
Yeah, and I was
buildings.
laying down the horn the whole time and screaming, "Hi, Phil!"
It's because we have
harassing
the
a dude at his work. Why?
I
He
drive,
didn't notice.
I drive by you guys.
Andre
places of
probably
work a
noticed.
lot.
It's harassing.
Andre was probably like, oh, "Okay."
Yeah. No, it's because we have the two buildings, and the Lincoln building's like the front building, and there's a set of doors right there, so that's usually where customers come in. So they always like hang out right there.
Yeah. There's also like, you guys have a lot of bays. Like a lot.
seven doors on each side of that building. On that, well,
Yeah.
8 because there's the one off to the side.
Yeah, on the side. Yeah.
There's 6 lifts back there.
Hmm.
So we have 14 on the front, 6 in that back building, and then there's another 8 lifts in the other building.
I think we have 7 or 8 lifts at Pet Boys, including the alignment rack. Yeah. People are always really appalled when I give them alignment prices. They're like, I want to get an alignment. How much would that be? $89.99. What? Oh, yeah. Got to use a big-ass computer. Somebody's got to pay for it.
We did the math at Essler's when they got their alignment racket. It was something like 2,240 alignments to pay for the machine.
Jesus Christ.
They paid it off in a year and a half.
Oh. Damn.
Paid for itself.
Damn. That's pretty good productivity. Yeah. My job, we had our grand opening.
Mm.
And boy, oh boy. That was scary.
Grand opening.
Yeah.
For
The
that
big
new store, right?
warehouse.
Yeah, for the
One that shit happened and.
Yeah, and I actually work there now, yeah.
Yeah, my man.
I'm not the manager though.
Oh, my man.
Yeah, I know.
It's still you're there. Did they like hire someone out of the loop? Like, did they?
I thought we talked about this.
I remember you.
No, I
they
think we-
compromised your position towards getting that manager position.
Oh yeah, they
but
told
you
me
didn't
that
tell
they
me.
weren't the regional manager told me they weren't interviewing for the job, so I had time to make up for what happened. A week later they hired somebody.
That's why I was wondering.
It was the
I didn't hear
first
about that.
interview.
Yeah.
Damn, he must have been really charismatic.
He's not.
He must have been.
He's
not
a crusty
you.
old man who looks lost 95% of the time.
That's why they gave him the
Yep.
job, so they know where he is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
yeah.
see, it's hard to know where he is if he doesn't know where he is.
No, just look at him. He's right there in
He's,
the corner.
yeah, he's usually really easy to spot. He's like constantly moving, so you think he's doing something, but if you really watch him, he's just kind of moving around.
Yeah.
It looks like he's always trying to get his bearings.
Whole lot of dust and movement, not a lot
So
of
we
productivity.
have 5 old guys at our shop
That do
who
the same
either
thing.
used to be parts guys or techs, and they literally just walk around the shop all day.
Just wandering.
We've had 3 parts trucks totaled this year
Oh fuck!
because they use them to drive parts to other stores.
Oh shit! That's fucked up.
Like, it's usually like we're all working and somebody
Good
goes,
job, Jim. There goes another one.
no, it's Wayne.
Taking out my check, Wayne. I mean, fuck boss. Whatever the fuck.
But yeah,
Christ.
But yeah, I got to show him up on Saturday, so it was pretty good.
You outdid an old man.
Well, he's
Now
he's my
beat-
manager, so shitting on him felt great.
Crush his weak body and take his position where you rightfully belong.
I fucking shat all over him. There was a moment in time where I questioned him, and he didn't know how to respond.
How long did it take to clean all that up?
What?
The shit.
Well, he cleaned it, so.
Exactly. Domination.
Yeah. No. Okay, so the grand opening, right? On a good day at, like, the Carmel store that I worked at for a while there,
Mm-hmm.
a really good day would be, like, $8,000, $9,000.
Okay.
Our grand opening for the Fisher store,
Twice that.
no.
Half that.
No.
A little bit more than.
More than triple.
Oh, nice.
We did 42K
Oh my gosh.
in a fucking day.
That's good, right?
Yeah. When we first opened, there was a line waiting for us, like a massive line. When we let everyone in, we had to stop letting people in because of occupancy, and there was still a line wrapped around the building. It is a commercial district strip mall, and these people were down the fucking line of this commercial district building. It's insane. All for furniture.
Mm. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I get the hankering for a nightstand, I gotta have the nightstand.
Yeah, everyone would. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. However, it went by a lot smoother than I thought. I had to direct some things and shit on the manager. We have a designated pickup area, and he fucked it all up. He just had people backing in wherever the fuck they wanted to, and I was like, no. I was like, yo, so I went up to him. I was like, why do you have these people backing in? And he's like, well, they only got like 1 or 2 things. I was like, yeah, but we can't do that because that screws up the whole system. And he just kind of stood there and he was like, So then I went up to the general manager and I was like, hey, could you keep him away from the door. And she was like, what? And I was like, he's fucked up the door pretty good right now, and we're trying to clean it up, so keep him away from it. He wasn't at the door the rest of the day.
Yikes.
Shit on. Bitch. Felt really good. Felt really good.
You just have to.
It's kind of like our new kid who has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't get this part off. And I look at it and I'm like, you missed one. You missed a screw.
Oh my fucking god.
Not going to tell you where it is, but you missed one.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be.
I know exactly which one you missed, too.
You wouldn't be teaching him if you showed him.
Yeah. Well, because every time he has an issue, all he does is he'll ask one tech. If they don't give him the answer, he'll ask another tech. And he just works his way down the line.
Until someone's like, fuck, dude, it's that bolt right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's shitty.
My car, he had a steering column out of a car, and he couldn't get the ignition switch out of the steering column. And my coworker was tired of his shit. He was like, just go get the torch and burn it out. And he was about to.
Oh no.
Yeah, I found out also there was this Toyota came in. It didn't have this to me was genius. I don't know why, but it was. It didn't have wheel studs. The lugs were it was like a lug and a stud all in one. It just makes so much more sense.
No.
Why?
That's why I had to cut Brandon's wheel off.
He didn't have wheel studs?
They're lug bolts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're a terrible design.
Why? Oh, because
They never come off.
Yeah, okay, that make that.
They make a kit to replace the lug bolts with studs and lug nuts.
Yeah, okay. It just, I don't know. To me, it was smart because I was like,
And it's a lot harder to put the wheel up on the car and start the...
yeah, it was pretty hilarious watching my tech do it. He was like trying to hold it and like reach for the fucking. He was like, and he like set the wheel down. He was like, hold these. I was standing there just holding them, and he's like struggling holding it up. He's like,
You have to like line it up right. You have to sit there and spin it until it lines up.
It's so fucking funny.
We have a porter. Not very bright kid.
Yeah.
Might listen to this. I don't give a shit. We got
Shout out to the dumbass.
the service writer got him really good the other day. He was like, "Hey, Tom, like the Tom, the owner of the building, wants to talk to you about something."
Oh shit. That's always scary at my job too when they're like, "Hey, Dan wants to talk to you." I'm like, "Oh God, please no."
And he was just fucking with him.
Oh.
And this kid goes upstairs into his office and starts making excuses. And Tom's sitting there like, "What are you talking about?"
So from his
man, it wasn't my fault.
so from his perspective, that was just like a really weird therapy session. Do you owe me money now, or I'm taking this out of your paycheck?
That's so fried. That is so fried.
He came back down. He's just like, "Fuck you guys."
I found out. So you know how Pet Boys is my part-time job.
Yes.
I worked 65 hours last pay period.
Making yaper, except for taxes.
That's
Still
like
yaper.
that's like 32 and a half hours a week.
Money.
It's supposed to be a part-time job, Caleb. That's a half hour away from being technically full-time.
Isn't full time like 35 to 40?
33.
Okay.
My store manager told me. He was like, "Wow, man, if you would have worked one more hour, you'd have been full-time." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fucking great, man. I don't want to be full-time." And they're like, "Well, it's not bad for a part-time job. You know, you get extra money." I was like, "Yeah, it'd be real great, you know, if I just hated myself and I didn't want to see the light of fucking day."
You were like that before, though.
I was gonna say, I wasn't gonna say it out
This
loud.
may
but I
be
was thinking
true,
it.
but still, at least I had time to myself. Now I have time to deal with people's car problems, and they don't understand cars.
But your Snapchats are like so good now.
My car making squeaking noises. I think it's the engine. Is it squeaking when you're braking? Yeah, I think it's. I need the engine to be looked at. Oh, really? Yeah. Does the squeaking go away when you're not braking? Yeah. So you want us to look at your engine? Yeah. Got you. Yeah, that'll be $89.99 for the engine diag. Okay. Tech comes out. You know. Yeah. No, man. Yeah.
The best is when like customers are trying to explain noises to you,
Oh my fucking.
and you don't know
God.
how to put it into words on the keyboard. Like,
Kind of like sound because you.
I found a way to avoid all that. I'm like, is it a squeaking, rumbling, or vibrating? Oh, fuck. Dude, I had a woman on the phone today.
Your car made that noise?
Yeah. Yeah, right about I was coming up to a stop sign. And my car was like, "Fuck, dude." Yeah.
Car has an
I want whatever drugs he's on.
or your car has like a really sassy like fucking auto AI. Dude, brake! What the fuck?
No, this woman over the phone.
Bruh.
She's like, and this was another one of the people that had a really annoying voice. Really loud, really screechy. And I shit you not, she was like, I want to get a brake inspection
Do the voice.
because I'm hearing a rattle thunderclap. She's like,
It's a commercial, Caleb.
Yeah. She's like, I want to get a brake inspection because I'm getting the rattle thunderclatters. And I was like, oh really? I thought I was getting prank called, but she really wanted an appointment. And when I hung up the phone, I was all alone. Nobody was standing next to me, and I was just like, what the fuck did I just listen to? It's got the rattle thunderclatters.
Oh no. That's too bad.
I was like, your brakes are doing that? Yeah. You need a new car. You need a new fucking car. Yeah, people are fucking morons,
I have a
man.
question for you. What are ugga-duggas?
What?
Ugga-duggas?
Yeah.
It's the sound the impact makes when you're tightening shit.
Okay.
It goes from like a really fast to ugga-dugga-dugga-dugga.
Oh, you're talking about torque screws.
Impacts.
Yeah, impact. And then when, you got a bent, like a slightly bent wheel stud, you got to take a while. It's like really forcing it off there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
How great is it?
It's very great.
I'm not savvy with the
Oh.
lingo.
So,
Yeah.
last night
Mm.
on the sex box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Playing the duties of call.
That's
Cock
what I
of
call my
duty.
bed.
Modern shit. Fuck
Cock
stupid.
of booty. Yeah, cock of booty. The call of booty. World War II. Where the U.S. soldiers raped French women. Anyway,
They were just thanking them
far?
for liberating each other.
Yeah.
No, the Japanese raped the Chinese. That's how that worked.
Everybody was
Japanese
raping
raped
everybody.
the Japanese.
Yeah, the Japanese raped themselves.
Well, no, the
The
Japanese,
Japanese
raped
raped-
the Okinawans, who
From my-
are now Japanese, and they resent that.
From
Yeah.
my
completely.
point of view, the Okinawans are the evil ones.
What?
Star
Anime.
Wars.
Anakin, yeah.
Star Wars.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, remember the rape of Nanking?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
They deny that,
that
by
was
the way.
a pretty rough time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, so I'm doing my typical join a game, talk shit to everybody, just to see what kind of reactions I can get.
Hmm.
And when I don't get the reactions I want, I just start team killing. You have 2 max per game, so I just kind of learned to space that out. Typically, when I kill the other teammates, since you're playing Search and Destroy, it's like a max of 6 people on a team. Once you've killed 2 people, I mean, the game goes by really fast because the other team just fucking damn near automatically wins. So I space it out to about 2 rounds, 1 person around. And when you kill a teammate, it kills you. At least I think. No, it doesn't. But I was just really bad, and I was just there to
Yeah,
team kill.
you're
So
just
you can
dying.
pretty much write me off, yeah. So you're down 2 people around. I mean, 6 against 4. The odds are in my favor. I can team kill a lot. You got 2 rounds. If they win 3 in a row, the game's over. Or 4 in a row, the game's over. That's typically what happened because I made sure we didn't
You're a
win.
shithead.
Yeah.
It's not allowed to be said.
Yeah. So it was great, right? And then I just get to talking to some of the guys, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm just dicking around. And then I would like clutch a couple of rounds, like just to be like, yeah, no, it's just for shits and giggles, guys. Well, there was a couple racists, as Xbox is,
They were racist on the internet?
Oh no, I know.
What?
Close your fragile ears.
Oh my goodness.
I know. There was a certain player that, I don't actually recall team killing them, but apparently they do. And so I got off.
Do you just
work-
keep a list or just went down? His name was on there.
No, I got off work at 6 Sunday, right? Yeah, 6. I get home, take care of the doggo, the lizard. I wind down, so I get on about 8:30, right? From about 8:30 to 3:30, there was a certain player that was in every game that I was in. And they were targeting me and they were team killing me. And it was a girl who went by the name of mzblondebomb13.
Was she an actual girl or was she?
You know, I don't know.
Girl.
I don't know. Her name was Ms. Blondebomb, so we just kind of and I left the lobby. I left like numerous lobbies, and I would like go join or whatever. And I didn't think anything of it, of her being in the games, because every now and then I'd run into like other players that I had already played with. And then I was just like, yo, like how the fuck, like, and it was like clockwork. She knew the team kill limit too. So the first 2 rounds, she was just offing me, off the rip. But the fucked up part is she was carrying the team. So she would off me like instantly. As soon as the countdown timer went off, she'd fucking off me, go off and get like kill the whole team by herself. Like I'm talking about this bitch had like 20 kills and 3 deaths, carried the fucking team, but was offing me at the beginning of the rounds. And I'm like,
that's my fetish.
and of course the other teams are just shitting on me because they're just like, ah, yeah, hell yeah, bitch, kill his ass. And I'm like, what the fuck? One dude on the other team like, that's my bottom bitch. And I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. Fuck you guys. So I leave, and, you know, it keeps happening, and she's just there. And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck is going on? And she has a mic. This is where it gets really creepy. She doesn't say anything the entire time. Every now and then you'd hear, like, static, like a little, and you'd see her mic pop up, her name.
Yeah.
And everyone would be like, oh, she has a mic. Didn't say dick. I was on the game till 3:30 in the fucking morning. She was in every game I was in. Didn't say dick.
She was drinking
I'm
your
talking
tears,
like
man.
5 hours of game. This bitch didn't say dick, but was team killing me.
You got cyberbullied by a girl.
In the middle of all this, finally, you know, after like a first like 4 or 5 games of me being a little weirded out, because I'm like, yeah, what the fuck's going on here, right? I just was like, hey, you know, if you got a problem, buddy, you got a mic, just say something. Doesn't say anything. I'm like, okay, good talk. I'll go fuck myself. She messaged me. And I'm going to send you guys Snapchats when I get home of the messages. I think she said something to the tune of, I followed you to this game, team killer. And I was like, what?
She's a vigilante.
I was like, what? I was like, oh my fucking God.
Holy crap.
And I forget. Oh, my reply was, I like your spirit. And then she says, I like you dead.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
what the fuck?
You pissed off the Red Hood, bro.
Yeah, bro. No, this is like Liam Neeson's
I'm
daughter
surprised you
from
didn't get
Taken.
swatted.
And that's what started to make me nervous, because I'm like, maybe this bitch is like hacking me, like Loki, like already knows who I am type shit, right? I don't know. At this point, my mind's racing because I got anxiety. I get a little freaked the fuck out. Especially when one of the guys in the lobby after the games was going on, he's like, yeah, there's like this weird like circle and numbers up in the top right corner of my screen with like a hammer. Yeah. So we're all like, dude, you have to be hacked. And he's like, yo, don't say that. Meanwhile, this bitch is following me from games. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
Oh my God.
So she only messages me at the end of the games, like just one message, boop, you know, or the little boop noise the Xbox gives off. I don't fucking know. Dink. And finally, I was like, all right, I'll play along. So I was like, I'm just gonna antagonize her at this point because she's gonna keep following me. So I was just like, well, somebody hasn't gotten dick in a while. Her reply was, my boyfriend fucks me better than you ever could. And I was like, what the God? I was like, what? And I'm telling all this to the other players on the team, and they're just dying hysterically. She still doesn't say dick. She has a mic. It's plugged in. She doesn't say shit the whole time. And they're all like, yeah, haha, whatever the what. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I don't understand what she meant by that because I don't know who she is. So obviously, like, you know, I don't even know. And then I just said, I forget what I said to her, and she was just like, she said something about me having a tiny dick, and I was like, the fuck?
Oh
like,
my
what the
God.
fuck did I do to you?
She was going in on you.
I know, and I was just like, wow, what the fuck? Like, and then at one point, I had said something. Oh, she was like, she had messaged me after the end of the game. Her typical creepy message was like, I like you better when you're dead. I was like, what?
Vigilante
I'm
justice.
like, damn, bitch, like, the fuck? And I think my reply to her was, only in your wettest dreams.
You guys just need to hate fuck each other.
I was just, at this point, I was just playing along because I'm like, I can't avoid it. She's fucking following me.
Mm.
And then she slipped up. She went over her limit because I was standing next to someone at the beginning of the round. They spawned me next to him, so when she shot me, it went through my body and killed the guy next to her, or next to me, and it fucking kicked her. And I was in the death lobby like, yeah, she's gone! So I'm thinking I'm fucking slick or whatever, because I'm thinking she can't get into the game. She got kicked, right? The lobby won't let her back in. So I messaged her, and I was like, so sad to see you go so soon. And at this point, I had been playing with like the same like 6 or 8 group of people, and like they're all in on the joke at this point. Like it's funny to them. And this other chick that was in the game, she's on the other team, and I die or whatever what. And I was just like, oh, you know, like we're just like joking about because there's this other kid on her team. It's just he would be 0 and 10, no kills, 10 deaths, but telling everyone that we're all trash. The whole fucking night.
He's that.
His energy never went down.
He's you.
He kept the same energy all night, calling us faggots, and that we suck, and that he's gonna fuck our mothers. The whole 9. The whole night. Well, and we're joking about that, and she goes, yo, because my handle is CJ. She was like, yo, CJ. And I was like, yo, what's good? And she's like, she's back. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, Blonde Bomb just joined the game. And I was like, no. I'm like, no, the fuck she's not. She's like, yeah, I just saw it said that she connected. Sure as shit, next round I spawn, off the rip, countdown 0, boom, Cody's out. Fucking night. My whole night. This bitch followed me the whole night.
Get nutted in.
I eventually turned my Xbox off because I'm like, I gotta go to work. I don't got time for this shit. It was rough. It was a rough night. So I have an Xbox stalker.
I've never been beaten that hard at a video game.
I have an Xbox stalker.
If you go home and get on tonight, she's probably gonna show up.
Dude, I will literally shit myself. I will if I'm not scared enough to I will force shit myself if this bitch joins my game again.
Dude, gamer girls are fucking scary. Shit.
Everyone kept asking if I knew her. They were like, yo, do you know her? Is she like your ex or something? I was like, no, I don't know this bitch.
Bro.
It was a rough night. Yeah. Didn't get a good night's sleep after that.
My God.
I was a little scared.
Oh, please send prayers for Cody.
Right. The title of this one will be Ms. I'm going to give you the exact spelling, mzblondebomb13. Hopefully that bitch finds it. Hears me talking shit. Fuck you!
Then she's gonna find like your like shit and just like light you up on social media.
I get a
You
rant. I get a
remember last
rant.
time you did this?
What? No. What?
We got unliked.
We got people.
Oh yeah, we got our videos flagged. Oh, those fucking Fortnite assholes.
Yeah.
The one dude's like, I like this, except everybody just kept putting thumbs down.
And one kid kept commenting, "You guys are trash."
Like 3 videos.
That's our secret. We're always trash.
He reported like a fuck ton of our podcast. He's like, "I'm gonna go report all of your videos," and we're like, you know, whatever. Sure as shit.
Wow.
My phone starts blowing up with notifications.
It's a good thing we're not monetized.
It was rough, man. We can't be monetized.
I don't think
now.
we can.
No.
We're fucking so vulgar.
So wait till we come out with that merch. Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
What?
Classically urban merch.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah. Well, our Patreon.
Yeah.
We have it up and running.
A very big
do
pair
have
of panties.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We do have a Patreon.
You're shitting me.
We legit made a
No, we
Patreon.
made Patreon.
We have a.
Subscribe to our Patreon for access to our private Snapchat. Hot nudes daily.
Wow. And it's all gonna be of George's hairy belly.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You think it's a butthole? No, it's a belly button.
Different angles.
That's an armpit.
Jesus. We really have a Patreon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're shitting me, right?
No.
No.
Who set this up?
All of us. Well,
The
Phil
3 of us.
specifically.
I helped him though. Yeah. We put effort.
Do we have
into
any
this.
subscribers on our Patreon?
Probably
I haven't
No.
been on.
Probably not, but you know, give us your money.
I think I set it at like $1 a month.
Yeah. We got pretty low standards, guys.
We only have 1 tier right now.
We have a fucking Patreon.
Yeah. We out here.
Wow.
Get access to
Our lives are horrible.
what's the thing?
We have reached a new low, guy. We have reached a new fucking fucking life.
But seriously, who's going to run the private Snapchat? Because we should make one.
No!
Not for nudes. I mean,
No, just to
necessarily.
post our fucking shit on.
Yeah.
Vlogs.
Maybe.
Why hide it behind a paywall?
Kind of like how Wonder Bread and Charlie Classic and Mike Busey do their shit.
See-
They do their skits and make content.
It's this brilliant thing. People aren't watching our shit when it's free, so if we put a price tag on it, people will suddenly be interested
See,
in it.
the only thing I think Mike...
Supply and demand. I didn't do too well in econ.
I got a 98.
I actually did outstanding. in econ.
The only thing I think Mike Busey has on us is midget tits and vaginas. That's all his is.
Can't you
My
hire-
coworker subscribed to it for 1 month just to see.
Can't you hire
We can
some
find
midgets?
some midgets.
I think that I don't.
I don't think we can say midget.
Indianapolis
by the way.
is a trashy city.
Why can't we
There
say
is
midgets?
definitely some midget strippers out there. Hey,
Oh,
shout
yeah.
out the Naptown midgets. Show us your booties.
If there are any midgets that want to be a part of
Show
our
us your
Patreon,
buttholes.
send
Give
us your
me
nudes.
Butthole.
Just kidding.
Show us your
Can
midget
we say this?
Show us your midget butthole.
Who cares?
We're not
No,
monetized.
apparently you can't.
We're gonna
say
film a midget porno,
You can't say midget or porno or buttholes.
Once we hit our first $500.
and it's gonna be all about butt play.
Butt play.
Really?
And it's gonna be
midgets.
called "When Little Turds Attack."
No.
Honey, I Shrunk the Strippers.
Honey, I Shrunk the Strippers.
That's probably already a thing.
Charlie and the Cupcake
Millimeter
Factory.
Peter and Tiny Tammy, go at it.
This makes me sad.
Why?
I
Don't-
can't think
don't
of,
be sad.
can't-
I have an older coworker.
I can't think of witty porn names with midgets.
I have an older coworker, like probably close to 60, and somehow me and my coworker Dylan got on the topic of like, I think I downloaded the wrong fill in the blank. So there's like, I think I downloaded the wrong Grinch movie, and it's the dude dressed up as the Grinch. fucking
Oh
Cindy
yeah,
Lou
yeah,
Who.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
there's
What?
Scooby Doo, and
Yeah, I've seen those.
we were showing him those, and he's just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?"
Come on, Caleb. I know you got a witty midget porn name. Think of one.
I have a witty.
Think of one.
He's looking up crayons.
No.
What?
I have a witty. I don't think it's midget porn picture, but
Okay.
no,
We
I
need
found
you
it.
to Pump the brakes on this
is,
one.
This is it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what it was. As far as
Midget butts are just big because proportionately they don't make sense.
They're half boob.
Yeah, but they're fucking midgets.
You wouldn't fuck
It's
a
a bucket.
midget.
It's a bucket list.
You wouldn't fuck a midget.
Bucket
I had,
list.
I had a coworker who fucked a midget.
I'd probably do the one time for the one time.
You have to do it because it's 2018 and everyone's equal.
Yeah.
If you don't fuck them, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole.
You're a bad person.
You're a
I'll
bad
still-
person because
I'll
you don't want to fuck a midget.
No.
Yeah.
I said I'll still fuck a midget, but I am an asshole. Like,
That's what I said to the guy
what?
at the bar.
What? You'll fuck a midget, but you're an asshole?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright.
can we also talk about the little injustice at fucking Saddle Up?
Oh.
When I got
Yeah, you can
blamed.
do that.
What?
What?
Yep.
What'd you do?
He didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything. Head
No.
head of security comes up to me while you guys are all out there doing your honky ass dances,
Yeah, boy.
and he's like, "Hey, my name's Chris. I'm the head of security. And if you're gonna smoke, take it outside." And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And he's like, "Well, I've had 3 people complain that you smell like weed." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, is it your vape?" Because I had it in my hand, and I was like, "No." And he's like, "Look, I don't care, but if you just do it outside." And I was like, "But I don't smoke weed." And he was like, "Well, I've had complaints." I was like, "Look, man." I handed my vape. I was like, "You can smell it. I don't smoke weed." And he smells it, and he was like, I wasn't mad at him. He's just doing his job. Yeah. But I was just like, wow. It was only a matter of time, really.
See, and it's weird though because even before you showed up, I was standing there and I kept getting like a whiff,
Yeah,
but I could not figure out where it came from.
Yeah, but it has to be the
Yeah.
guy
And
with
there
the
were
dreadlocks.
there were hella people there that night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
there
has to be
probably
the white
was-
guy with dreadlocks, right? Has to be. Couldn't be anybody else. All the other upstanding white people. Oh, no. No.
They're wearing cowboy hats and doing silly dances. They can't do no wrong, Cody.
No, none. It's the white guy with dreadlocks wearing the camo pants. Fuck that guy.
Your profiled friend.
Happens often. I imagine when the face tat happens, it's going to happen way more often.
Oh, when are you gonna do that?
After the wedding.
Oh.
Because I fucking care.
That's November 24th, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's next week.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna get a flask with my initials in it, and it's gonna be cool.
I already have a flask. I can
Why
give
are
you a
getting
Sharpie.
yourself a flask with your initials in it?
You're supposed to get Phil a flask, you bitch.
I can't get everybody flasks? Is that unheard of?
I don't think Caleb
Oh, no.
knows how wedding gifts work.
I don't know. I don't know how weddings work
Typically,
at all, Phil.
I get you guys all gifts.
I've never.
What?
What?
Why would you get me
Yeah.
a gift for your wedding, you dumb fuck?
a
No, let me
groomsman
buy
gift.
stuff. That's a thing?
Yes.
That's the thing.
What?
I get you something,
I'm
and we all have like the same thing.
What?
That's a thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like Katie's cousin got all of her groomsmen fucking pocket watches.
All right, in my defense, this is like the
Pretty
first
hard.
wedding I've ever been to from my friends, so...
This is the first wedding I've ever been in. I've been to a lot of weddings, but I was just the awkward, goofy-looking kid standing in the corner.
That's
I was
not
a-
me, but by
I
the
was
door.
a ring bearer when I was like 5.
I was a ring bearer and one of the groomsmen.
Well,
for
I was my parents' ring bearer, but I was like,
Thanks for interrupting my
one.
story.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Wow.
I was a groomsman for my godfather when I was 11 because he didn't have enough friends.
That's rough.
That's probably not going to be me. I got great guys like you guys at the table and stuff.
I'm not going to your wedding.
No.
I'm probably not going to get married, but it's all right.
I'm not going to your wedding.
Oh, really? You wouldn't go
You'll
to my
probably
wedding?
get married to the girl you can fuck while wearing a suit of armor.
If you, if
I'm not Arius.
I would,
Caleb's marrying a real doll.
I would show up to your wedding like Chris Benoit showed up to WWE.
How'd he show up to WWE?
How?
Did he suplex?
You don't know who Chris Benoit is?
No.
Do I look like I watch WWE?
He tried to repel from the ceiling, like to be like a dramatic entrance, and he fell and fucking died.
Oh my god!
He just literally dead.
No, and this was on like
National
live-
television.
Oh my god! We need to find this video.
Oh no! Oh no!
I made a Chris Benoit joke. I'm going to hell.
Yay!
Woo! You've
How-
never heard about this?
How long ago did that happen?
I want to say late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, that's not as interesting as if it happened recently.
He was trying to just, make a dramatic entrance, and it was a serious, like, literal malfunction, and literally died on stage. He plummeted to the fucking ground.
Anyway, that says wrestling is fake. Can
He fucking.
You know he was wearing the stupid ass outfit too. This dude died wearing ashless chaps, a thong, and no shirt.
Anyone who says wrestling is fake can eat a dick.
I'm weak.
Wow.
Okay. You can
I
show
need
up
to-
to my wedding like that, though. It'll make for an awesome story.
Just gonna die. I'm just like, woo! Caleb!
That was my best butt. Oh, fuck.
Oh man.
How do you spell Benoit?
I don't fucking know.
What the
I
fuck?
think it's Binoyt. Bing.
Okay.
Did you just watch it?
No, there's another one.
What?
Hold on, because you guys just have to see this. Like,
No, Chris Benoit died suicide by hanging.
That's probably from the rappel.
Wait, what?
Owen Hart was doing a stunt, and they threw him.
Yeah.
He died. He dead.
Fuck.
78 feet.
Wait. Oh.
Homie went
Wait a
limp.
minute. Hold on, Chris Benoit. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong wrestler.
Chris Benoit, double murder and suicide.
Oh no, yeah, no, he's the guy who had
Don't
roid
go to my
rage.
wedding
Killed-
like that.
I think he killed his wife and kid and then killed himself.
Okay.
Wrong fucking guy. Whoops.
That changes the context of you coming to my wedding like Chris Benoit. Congratulations, man.
I'm showing up to your.
Just my best
I'm
friend.
showing up to your wedding, Sandy Hook style.
Oh,
no! Hell yeah.
Because you're going to be a middle-aged white guy.
Yeah, fuck you.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't remember the.
He just got
wrestler.
shade on his bow.
I cannot believe. Okay, I feel bad because Chris Benoit was actually like a beloved wrestler. That's fucking. God damn it.
Did you see that other guy turn into a rag doll though? Looks like some Gary's Mod shit.
Why did they think that was a good idea?
Same reason they threw Mankind off the top of the cage.
Did he die too?
No. So Mankind, who also he had a number of aliases. Real name Mick Foley. He was a wrestler that was pretty well known for just getting the dog shit beat out of him.
Okay.
The only thing is, he was really getting hurt. So they had like the cage, right, where it's this massive cage that surrounds the fucking
Cage match.
Yeah.
No way out unless you climb up to the top.
I believe at one point he gets chokeslammed through the cage, and then they have the medics there, and they're just like, "Yo, like, la, la, la." And then he gets to the top of the cage, and I think it was either Undertaker or Kane.
Oh, I loved Kane. He was so cool.
Pretty sure he threw his ass off the fucking cage onto the announcer's table, like just hurled his ass. You can't fake that. They just
How
threw
big
him.
is that fall? 20, 35?
It's really tall. Like,
Did he die?
no, but they definitely carried his ass out on a stretcher.
What was his name again?
At that alias, I believe it was Mankind.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't his real name. Like something.
Mick
Mick
Foley.
Foley.
Yeah.
He was McFolded.
Fucking damn it, David. Yeah, he's
Wow.
They actually did I think a docu series on him on HBO, because like he was seriously fucked up and it like actually affected his home life, and he got paid a lot of money, but he was taking such serious
probably getting a lot
injuries
of
that like
concussions.
no.
And that was before they were really good into concussion research.
It was the Undertaker.
Oh yeah, just
It had
hurled
to
his
have been
ass.
the
Yeah.
Undertaker.
God,
I'm
fucking
like-
Undertaker's so brutal.
Just tossed his ass right off the top. I mean,
The video looks like he jumps.
it's wrestling, so
He
like
probably jumped, and then he fell.
yeah.
It was at this
I
moment
just
want to
know,
knew
like,
he
where,
fucked up.
the people who
Dude.
run the WWE, they're like, this is a good idea.
These are the same people who brought out the Shockmaster. You ever heard about the Shockmaster, Cody?
Is it a taser?
No, the Shockmaster was supposed to be like the new, back in the day, like Ric Flair era.
Hey,
Like,
woo!
in fact, Ric Flair was on stage when he was introduced. Big fat fuck in a stormtrooper helmet covered in glitter with a furry vest. First thing he does, because he's supposed to burst through a wall, there was a support beam, like a stud, at the base of the wall. Trips on it. Trips on it. And because his stupid fucking... no one can hear what he's saying in the stupid fucking mask, they have someone off stage doing his voice. And here's the thing. Even you hear that over the mic, he's like, oh, God, did he just fall? It was the dumbest thing ever.
I was reading a Reddit post, speaking of wrestling. So we all know who Stone Cold is, right? Steve
Oh, yeah.
Austin.
I was at what's it called? A WWE event where he got maced.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's legendary.
Yeah.
Caleb, do you know who Stone Cold is?
Stone Cold Steve Austin? He only invented the coolest way to chug 2 beers at once.
Yeah.
And waste most of them.
It didn't matter. He's Stone Cold.
It looked cool as shit.
Everyone loves him. He's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Yeah.
I was reading this Reddit post that said the most underrated person in Stone Cold's life is the guy who throws the beers. You never really think about it until you realize that every time he catched a beer or caught a beer, it just came out of fucking nowhere, and it flew right into his hand and it was a person. It wasn't like a sling. No, there was someone like ducked off out of camera view, just hurling beers, pinpoint accuracy into this man's fucking hand. He could get I'm talking like he just did a finisher on somebody, like choked their ass out. All Steve Austin had to do was lift his arm up, and there was a fucking beer there.
That's a bro right there.
There's a man out there who can throw beers better than fucking Tom Brady can throw touchdown passes. That's fucking amazing.
Talk about having a niche.
That's a real...
I mean, go back and watch Stone Cold Steve Austin videos and just realize how every time he lifts his hand up, beer, just right there across the fucking ring,
Yeah.
right when he enters. It just it didn't matter the distance.
What's your talent? I can hold my breath for 5 minutes. I can eat hot dogs equal to my weight.
I give
I
up.
can throw beer cans with precision accuracy.
This man can throw beers like a fucking Barrett 50 cal could shoot at like a target the size of a dime a mile down range. Throwing.
Do you think he gets embarrassed when he tells people what he does?
Fuck!
I would wear that shit with pride.
I would be happy.
I threw every
I'm
beer
Stone Cold Steve Austin's beer thrower. What the fuck do you do? Oh, you wait tables? Oh, that's adorable. I throw Stone Cold's beers at him.
Your neck got way too veiny right there.
That is, I'm just saying.
Your neck got way too veiny.
That is the greatest. I would be so happy.
And that's just a
Fuck Donald Trump. I want to be the guy who throws beers.
And we went political.
I don't want to be Bill Gates. Oh, he's a billionaire. Fuck that. I want to throw Stone Cold's beers.
That's a really cool talent.
That's amazing.
Like imagine if you can just like throw that to anyone. So as long as they can like decently hold their hand in the same place and catch, you can literally just beer someone from anywhere.
Have you ever realized like they just appear?
Yeah.
It didn't matter where he was.
He's like Macho Man Randy Savage. He's the cream of the crop.
The green.
The cream.
I want to know where he gets
I'm going
the
straight
cream.
to the top, like the cream, even though cream's density is thicker than coffee and it actually is. Anyway, his analogies didn't make sense. You know why they didn't make sense?
Because it doesn't matter.
Because fucking cocaine. That's why.
I was gonna say it doesn't matter. He's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Doesn't matter. I'm better than you.
Yeah.
On balance, off balance, doesn't matter. I'm better than you. Greatest line ever. I want to get that tattooed on me.
On your face?
No.
The cream. The cream right here.
No, I want to get like I want to get on balance, off balance, doesn't matter. I'm better than you.
Get on your back.
That'd be a pretty cool tattoo,
Great.
actually.
That's the greatest quote of all time.
Get on your back.
Get it on my neck.
Right here.
It just like you know how people get like biblical phrases
Yeah.
on their necks or like on their chest or
Get
it's
it like
just,
made all ornate and shit,
Yeah,
so it looks
and
like
then-
it's...
Randy or like Savage,
Savage.
2-3 or whatever.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Randall Savages.
Yeah.
Brony.
It's so great. Oh god, wrestling is so awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone I just wish I was into it. Like
I
want to
watch.
I just like
I wanna
some of
watch-
the old people.
Yeah.
that were in it. Like,
Because they were total showmen.
I only know about John
Yeah.
Cena because he's a huge meme.
You ever hear about the Ric Flair 30 for 30 they did?
What do you mean?
They did a 30 for 30 on Ric Flair.
Oh,
Those things are
hold
really
on.
cool.
Speaking of Ric Flair,
Yeah.
so Ric Flair recently got married.
Oh,
Again?
Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations, Ric Flair.
Nice.
Guess what the fuck he walked down the aisle to?
What? Dun, dun, dun,
No.
dun. Uptown Girl.
No.
Just tell us.
No, there's a rap song. It's called Ric Flair Drip, and it's by the Migos.
Oh.
He walked down the fucking aisle to Ric Flair Drip. The chorus goes, Ric Flair Drip, go woo on a bitch.
Oh, that's awesome.
He invited the Migos to his wedding.
So, I thought he was Migos this entire time.
What?
Like the musician.
There's 3 of them. Hence why it's
I
plural.
thought it was just the black dude.
There's 3 black dudes.
With the so
They all have dreadlocks.
I didn't know that. I thought it was the.
Offset.
I only saw like one black dude with dreadlocks, and so I was like, "Oh, that's Migos." I
You were
didn't-
probably seeing
So
three
it's like
different
the
ones.
3 amigos.
No. Just Migos. Migos.
It's like Offset,
So it's just like their
Quavo,
group
and
name.
Take off.
Takeoff. Okay, I see. I thought it was Takeoff.
Okay, I knew of Quavo. So like.
Yeah, he's
The
more or
face.
less the front man.
Yeah.
Offset is Offset's the one who's married to Cardi B.
Oh, congratulations!
had a
They had
baby.
a baby. Yeah.
He surprised Cardi B for her birthday with the very first and only currently Lamborghini Urus. It's the Lamborghini SUV. It's the first one in the United States, and that was his birthday
So
present.
it was imported or it was built in the United States, and it was the first one of
It's
its
a
kind.
Lamborghini. It's an Italian vehicle.
I didn't
It's
know.
the first one in the United States.
Okay.
They're gonna make more, but as
That
of
was
right
just
now,
like-
it is the only one.
That's really cool.
It's called Money.
Oh, it's gonna be really, really out of nowhere, but I think you'd appreciate this, and I'll forget if I don't say it now. Watch D.L. Hewley's new special on Netflix and watch Joe Rogan's. You'll like them.
Oh wait, Joe has a new special.
Yeah.
Hell,
Have you ever watched? Did you ever end up watching Bill Burr's new special? Walk Your Way
I
Out.
don't believe so. Hey, Phil, what are you walking down the aisle to?
Country Roads.
Uptown Girl.
Uptown
girl.
Something.
Yeah.
She's been living in a white bread world
Mhm.
for as long as anyone with hot blood can.
What?
She's been waiting for her downtown man. I've been listening to that song a lot.
They really say white bread?
Yeah,
No, the fuck they don't.
yeah,
No, they don't.
they do.
Fact check this right
Right.
now. Google it. Uptown Girl lyrics. Hey Google. Oh God, no wait. Never mind. I don't want to get my phone's attention. Yes, Daddy. I don't know.
Does your phone say that?
Maybe.
That's great.
I don't remember. I forget what I told my phone to call me. I think for a while I was king shit.
Hold up. Uptown girl, she's been living in her uptown world. I bet she never had a backstreet guy. I bet her mama never told her why. I'm going to try for an uptown girl. She's been living in her white bread world.
What? Wow. They were talking about honkies back in the
Yeah.
60s.
Yeah.
Well, that's good for them.
Wasn't that Nikki Valley?
Who?
What?
No, that was Billy Joel, man.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Also, I know I'm just making a shitload of recommendations. Watch the series Preacher.
Not gonna happen.
Subscribe to our Patreon to find all the stupid recommendations George makes.
Yep.
Just kidding. You're great people.
I know I am.
Uptown Girl.
Yeah.
Calling each other white breads.
Yeah. Okay.
Who was your favorite wrestler growing up, George?
I didn't really have one. Like I watched it. I
Did you watch
watched it.
wrestling?
Yeah, I actually really liked Kane. Like, I only watched it, like, way
It-
back.
Everybody has a favorite wrestler.
It was the
He had a
Undertaker, I
really
think. It's
cool
been so long.
Everybody has like that one wrestler that came
Rey
out-
Mysterio. Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
Rey Mysterio.
All right.
That's
That
who
was
it
the
was.
big old guy, right?
No,
No, he was-
tiny little dude.
Little luchador.
There's 369 or whatever the fuck it was called.
I think,
Phil, who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker. Mine was Boogeyman, although he had like 3 matches and they banned him
Yeah.
because he kept shoving worms in people's mouths and women's breasts. Real worms.
Who was that dude? I think it was Sting, who took off the mask of himself to reveal his painted face and just hit that dude with the chair.
I think it was Sting. Yeah. Oh, God.
It was the greatest thing.
Wrestling is
ever.
such a strange place. It's so weird.
It's the best thing ever.
God, they're so weird, but it's so entertaining.
Yeah.
Think about, everyone always shits on it for being fake, but there's like a lot of work that goes into that.
Yeah.
Like these dudes have to get jacked and stay jacked.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it be by the use of steroids or
Yeah. Who cares? They're getting jacked.
Getting jacked. And then they have to put on these amazing performances. They're clearly over the top, but they're just so
That's part of the charm.
They're just so
Do you
entertaining.
think? Actually, no. Ric Flair really does just do dumb shit with his money. They
Yeah.
talk about this in the 30 for 30. Apparently, after a night of partying, he brought a bunch of girls up to his just hotel room, and he fucking like took off his Rolex. He was like, "I got like 1,000,000 of these things," and like threw it through a wall.
Yes.
That one fucking line.
What?
Fuck. I've spent more money on spilt liquor from this side of the world to the other than you'll ever make in your life.
Ric Flair.
Yeah, he said like
This-
he was like the original Conor McGregor.
This is exactly why Ric Flair is my like. Growing up, I liked the Boogeyman, but now that I'm older, Ric Flair, #1 wrestler of all fucking time. He is amazing. If I'm in a bad mood, I just turn on Ric Flair promos, and I just feel great about myself.
Because they like long limousines.
Long limousines,
They like
lizard
pretty women.
shoes, Rolex watches, private jets.
I'm listening to him on my way home.
It's just so great.
I'm listening to him on my
I
way
have
to work.
one of his promos memorized.
Do you? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one that I fucking shouted and threw papers all over the living
Oh,
room.
it was glorious.
There's
Did
a video
you
of
ever
it
see
somewhere.
the video of the guys? They was thinking of the Dallas Cowboys actually reenacting it
No.
in the locker room.
No.
Kiss stealing, wheeling dealing. Woo, woo.
I mean, who has a better call sign than that?
Joe Rogan actually brings it up in a special.
Oh, really?
Ric Flair. He said he was talking about pro wrestling, and then he just said Ric Flair. Everyone did the woo sound simultaneously,
Yeah,
perfectly.
exactly.
And he goes, "We didn't rehearse that. That man has an exuberant noise connected to his name."
Exactly. Who else has a call sign like that? Nobody. What famous person can you think of where you say their name and it's a noise they make?
You can't. You honestly can't.
Katie in the background. Pikachu.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Did you just compare Ric Flair to Pikachu? Did you just...
Now I'm just imagining Ric Flair hitting Pikachu with a chair.
No, but right before the chair touches Pikachu, it would be a bolt of electricity.
It's Ric Flair's life force.
Caleb,
we
can
need to
you
start
think
a
of-
new Reddit thread.
What?
Who's gonna win, Ric Flair or Pikachu?
Yeah.
R/Pikachu or Ric Flair?
Yeah. R/Ric Flair versus.
Yeah.
Just Ric
Ric
Flair,
Flair
versus.
versus.
We just come up with the
Yes!
most ridiculous situations.
This is
going
going
to
to be the greatest subreddit of all time.
Yeah.
R/Ric Flair versus Pikachu.
No, just
Or
Ric
R
Flair
Flair
versus.
R/Ric Flair versus, and
Oh.
people just come up with ridiculous. I just burped.
We just come up with
Morty.
ridiculous situations where he always wins.
Caleb, can you think of any famous person where you say their name and there's an instant noise that they make that comes to your mind?
Cardi B.
What does she say?
Doesn't she just fuck? She has that like I can't do the Cardi B noise. But Gucci, he does the bruh.
Yeah, burr. Yeah.
Yeah, bruh.
But I'm talking about like.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Get her
done, buddy.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like. If you were to go to like a bar where there's like, old white people, old black people, young mix, like just a mixed crowd of everybody.
Okay.
You say Ric Flair, everybody in their head or out loud is
what
going to go,
about-
woo!
What about? I don't know. I was gonna say Kevin Hart, but like
There's
people
just,
know
there's just
his
very
jokes in
few
general.
people in history that you think you
Command that.
hear it's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm listening to all of his promos when I get
It's
home.
just so great.
I don't know.
This podcast shall be titled Ric Flair
Versus.
Miss Blonde Bomb 13.
God.
Stupid bitch. Fuck you.
You know who wins in that fight?
Blonde Bomb.
Ric
probably.
Flair.
Yeah.
He just buys Xbox. I want that hussy off this platform now!
Woo! Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen. This has been another. What?
Fuck! I forgot to mention the raid thingy. we raided on WoW, and I forgot to record it on my stream. But we got ahead of the curve for the heroic Cahoon. I'm a piece of shit. We're pushing Mythic next week. Catch me tomorrow because
What does
that's
any of that mean?
it's the current raid tier in World of Warcraft. There are three of them. There's normal tier, heroic tier, and mythic tier. Mythic tier was just beat like maybe 2 weeks ago by like the best raiding guild in the world. So
If you guys can do it, that puts you up there.
yeah, I mean there was this huge like stream event where like millions of people were watching. The group is called Method. Method Guild. They had the world's first clear on it, and like their stream during it had like millions of people. We're obviously not that good or popular, but we're
But
still
if you
gonna-
did it,
yeah, it's still a huge deal because like not many guilds have even like finished Mythic at this point in the expansion. So, you know,
how many people have completed heroic?
probably a pretty decent number. Like heroic is, while it's more difficult mechanically, if you have a pretty solid guild group, there's no way you can do it without a guild though. Like if you're just a solo player, you're not going to be able to do heroic because people just don't pick people up for heroic raid groups. But yeah, we're gonna try pushing that mythic tomorrow, or I guess today, because that's when we upload shit. But Tuesday, catch me. We're gonna be pushing through heroic, and we'll probably go into mythic on Thursday.
Turn up.
That's what I had. Sorry. Now we can sign out.
One last thing. One more Ric Flair thing. One, because this watched the compilation of all of his funniest moments.
There's so
Once someone like interrupted him while he had the microphone. It's like, you come interrupt me again, kid. I'll come over there and make your mother go woo woo woo. And that's enough out of me.
The fight. Did any of you guys watch
Oh,
or hear about
fuck.
that? How could we not talk about that?
I'll say this. Fuck the fight. Shout out to Derek Lewis for taking off his shorts. And then when Joe Rogan asks him, Derek, why did you take off your
My
shorts?
balls are sweaty.
My balls is hot.
Yeah, he's one of the undercard fights, and he had the most ignorant post-game interview of all time.
Yeah. I'll say this about the
He,
Connor.
he shouted someone out and said he's going to go smoke weed with them after the
Yeah.
match.
It was Joe
You're
Rogan.
not allowed to do that!
It was Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah, you're not allowed to smoke weed in the UFC.
He also said Donald Trump told me to knock that Russian motherfucker out because Putin's making us look bad.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean,
most ignorant post-game interview ever.
yeah.
Also, I'll say this about Khabib versus Connor.
Habib.
No,
It's Habib.
Khabib.
It's Habib.
No, it's not Khabib.
All right, whatever.
I'm glad I stopped.
It showed. I'm happy every time I see that little Irish fucker's head get beat in.
Boy, he got his shit knocked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, did you see like some of the compilations of like Conor McGregor fans watching the fight? Like, oh my god, it was rough to watch.
You know, it's a bittersweet moment for me because in all sports, I always favor the showman.
Yeah. The Ric Flair.
Basketball, my favorite player of all time, Dennis Rodman. Wrestling, Ric Flair. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't like McGregor, but I do because it's just like, who else is going to sit up
His
there
walk became a meme.
Yeah.
and just shit on you?
He looked at a man he was about to fight and said, your wife's going to be wearing red panties or whatever the fuck.
And you know what the greatest part is? I don't like him, but a lot of his pregame, like...
Trash talk?
It was real.
Yeah.
He said, I'll knock you out in X round, and he fucking does it. However, this time it didn't go his way, so...
Yeah. He's about to have his Ronda moment.
Jesus.
Oh.
I'll say this.
I think it was downhill.
This was This was said about Ronda, and people are going to be saying about Conor. It's really fun being the hammer. It really sucks being the nail.
In your own coffin.
It was also his first fight in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, UFC fight, yeah. 2, I think, almost 3.
Yeah.
So he's
Because the Mayweather fight was last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know when his previous fight in the UFC before that was. And he also... Can I also just point out... I like how he had, quote-unquote, legal troubles with the whole Habib thing. And all of a sudden, nobody even thinks about... Yeah, exactly.
Because of the assault thingy? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he almost took out some dude's eye with broken glass because
Yeah.
he threw a fucking dolly because
Yeah.
he was coked up.
Yeah. Except Dana White swears up and down it wasn't a publicity stunt, but, 6 months later, there's a fight lined up, and it's the biggest fight, in Conor McGregor's career. And all of a sudden, he's not going to jail anymore.
Well,
but he did his community service. What?
Shout out to Khabib
There were-
jumping into the stands. Sorry, Phil.
there were also 3 people arrested from the Khabib team,
Yeah.
and Conor dropped all the charges.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did drop the charges. Yeah.
What a good sport. I mean, even though they totally drew first blood.
I watched a fucking video last night about Habib and the people he keeps around him. So Conor kept mentioning people in all of the pregame, what do they call them?
Interviews, rallies.
What do they call them, George? They're like
Events. They're meant to hype up.
Promos.
Yeah, promos. Yeah.
Yeah. He kept mentioning people's names, like, oh, you're with so-and-so, or you took money from so-and-so, right?
Yeah.
And everyone was just kind of like, they're not paying attention to that. They're paying attention, to Conor
Talking
laughing
shit.
obnoxiously. Watched a video of someone breaking down shit. Habib has dirty Russian politicians, backing his funds. We're talking people who have almost single-handedly taken down people in higher government rankings just because they have a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
And they're horrible people. And Conor was exposing the fuck out of them, and nobody cared.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because no one's gonna believe Conor McGregor.
But I watched this video, it fucked me up. I was like, whoa.
No,
This Habib guy is-
don't think if someone is from Russia they don't have ties there because the Cold War never ended. It's always cold in Russia.
Oh, God.
And I feel like if you're just somebody of
Bust out your
importance that's
tinfoil
Russian,
hats.
there's got to be a reason for it, right?
Hmm.
Or maybe we're just being stereotypical.
I think we're being stereotypical.
It's a possibility.
I mean, I hate everybody equally. So, there's
How's middle school?
just as likely a chance that Russians are shits. Just like the rest of the world.
I think they're shiesty people because they had to be to survive because their government failed them because communism always fails.
And that's how we got put on a Russian watch list.
Woohoo!
Hell yeah.
At least we got
Not
some more
again.
subscribers.
Yeah.
Yo, comrades, subscribe to our Patreon.
Putin, shout me out, bro. I want to party with Kim
Привет.
Jong-un.
Привет, я тебя люблю.
Now you're going for the Koreans too, bro?
Yeah, bro, I want to party with Kim Jong-un. It'll be great.
На здоровье, я тебя люблю.
I think you turned French for a second there.
No, that was Russian.
Oh, I heard blue.
Lublю. Я тебя люблю. It's I love you in Russian.
Oh, that's cute.
And большая жопа means big butt. So I love you, big butt.
Oh.
You love Putin's big butt?
And Nas Dadarovia is basically cheers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cheers. I love you, big butt.
Prost.
All right. Are we gonna end this now?
Yep.
All right.
Nas Dadarovia!
I
Peace.
am OG Philly G.
I'm your mother's favorite side whore.
Resident streamer and ring gripos.
I'm George.
Good game, boys. That was